Ashely was only 19 when she was killed. But before she died, she created a legacy that will have an impact for many years to come. At the age of 16, and with absolutely no experience, the young schoolgirl moved out of her comfortable world and made a documentary on child rape in the township of Kaimowitz. Ashely directed, scripted and narrated the film herself.
Infants and children.
It all began 3 years ago when Ashely and her school club went to a small counseling center in Kaimowitz outside Cape Town. It is here that Ashely met the hero of her story, Kaimowitz. Notkawe dreams of building a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week haven for abused and neglected children. Her plans include a clinic, a hostel, counseling rooms and a safe house.
Some 35 kilometers outside of the mother city lays a township where 500,000 people live in a sickening poverty. Kaimowitz was established during the 1980s as a part of the South African governmental African Housing Consolidation Plan, as a means to solve the housing shortage dilemma that faced the Western Cape at the time. Because of the overpopulation of the township, most families sleep together in one-roomed shacks. Children are exposed to sex and sleep in their parents' beds whilst sexual intercourse is taking place. Within the cruelties of township life is a darkness that fills the air of Kaimowitz. Crime is rife and children are unsafe and unprotected. Children are hungry, sick and abused. Every day in Kaimowitz, children are raped. Because children are left to run the streets of the townships, they are unprotected from child abusers and rapists. Infants and children are pulled into dark alleyways, raped, and some even killed. A more fierce reality is that most children are raped by their immediate family members, their brothers, their uncles, fathers, and even grandfathers. 1 in every 3 girls are raped by the time they are 21 in Kaimowitz. Deep in the heart of the Kaimowitz community is a woman whose bravery and strength has been challenging the struggles against child rape in the townships. In 1998, Nokawe Mankai founded the Nonshiba Family Counseling Center. The center assists victims with the appropriate medical, psychological, and psychiatric help. The center counsels victims' families to ensure that abuse will not occur again in the future. They assist families in their legal matters and organize community education programs to combat abuse. Andiswa Hentise is one of the young teenage rape victims that was helped by the center. I live with my mother and my 2 sisters. I was raped by my father. He made me have sex with him. He raped me 3 times from the time I was a baby, and again recently. Now, all I want is to be alone. He has also raped 3 other people. The only person I told was my mother. I felt so scared, but she did nothing. My family was too scared of him, and so was I. I came to the crisis center for help because I had nowhere else to go. They helped me and counseled me. I am too scared to be tested for HIV. I want to kill him. I want to kill him. Andiswe ultimately stabbed her father in revenge, and legal actions are being taken. Many children die from AIDS that they have contracted when they are raped. This is one of the many children suffering from HIV, whose mother died from AIDS just after his birth. This child does not speak. The center is working with the schools to educate the pupils about rape and abuse. The school conditions do not always provide a structured educational environment, whereby some 50 children are enrolled in one class. Their sports fields are muddy, and the children play on tarred playgrounds. The center teaches the younger children about rape using biologically correct dolls, and the children demonstrate the acts of abuse using the dolls. Nokawe takes the neglected victims to her small brick house where she feeds them and they sleep in her bed with her. She hardly has the money to feed herself and her family, and within her small home she takes care of the young and abused. The community is scared, and mothers try to protect their babies from rape and abuse. The lives of our children are being shattered, torn apart, and they feel scared and hurt. How can we sit and watch these beautiful children cry and listen to their screams? These children are our future, and it is our duty to speak for them, in honor of them, as their bravery and strength exceeds that of 1,000 shooting stars. We must fight child rape. We must fight for our children. We must fight for the love of our children. Utando la Botswana.
At the beginning of 2004, Ashely went on a Rotary scholarship to Japan. Even though she was away for a year, she did not forget Nokawe and the center. With the support of her classmates and the Japanese media, Ashely continued her campaign.
At around midnight on the 19th of March this year, Ashely was on her way home from a meeting. Her car was struck by a drunken driver and she was killed instantly.
アシュリーさんと親しかった友人の一人、3年生の
In Japan, the death of the young South African girl who tried to make a difference made the national news. In South Africa, Ashely's story has inspired others to open their hearts.
When the Nonseba Counselling Centre was officially opened and the important work of rebuilding lives was in full swing, the administrators of the Ashely Kaimowitz Memorial Fund decided to create an Ashely Award. The Ashely Award scheme has been conceived to recognise and honour young people who have, or indeed are involved, in differing community works with a strong leaning towards eradicating child and women abuse. It was these areas that were championed by Ashely. By using the inspirational Ashely story, we hope not only to attract young people to emulate Ashely, but also to honour those young people whose efforts improve, assist, and recognise those less fortunate. There is no central adjudication, but the Ashely Award administration sincerely hopes that Rotary clubs and other organisations will identify recipients together with a short narrative. Each club or organisation is autonomous. The award will be titled the Ashely Award. The criteria is to recognise, celebrate, create and guide young people to perform deeds to help communities with a leaning towards the eradication of child and women abuse. And each club or organisation selects its own champions, agrees on a suitable award and its value, and then decides who the reward will be given to. Each recipient will receive a certificate from the club or organisation. we have included on the certificate a short piece that Ashely wrote herself.
I have learned that even though there are horrors facing our world, there is good buried within it, evident in those willing to reach out a hand and a heart to help. I firmly believe that the life of one person, if helped, can change the course of the world, as you never know who that one little girl or boy could be or could achieve.
Ashely left a small part of her personal philosophy and attitude to life with everyone she touched. Now she is gone, and we like to think that her story is a cherished legacy from her to all people. Perhaps, if nothing else, this is the finest monument to a compassionate, loving, and caring young woman. Please support the Ashely Award Scheme and become one of Ashley's shooting stars.